Today, we will be observing a wild Trippity-Dippity and his muscular system, which interestingly makes up about 30 to 40% of his body mass. Here we can see this organism using his skeletal and muscular system together to move through muscle contractions. Now, let's take a closer look at Trippity-Dippity's muscular system. As you can see from this diagram, his muscular system is made up of skeletal muscles, which are responsible for movement, smooth muscles, which protect the organs and the abdominals, and cardiac muscles, which are responsible for the contractions and the expansions of the heart. Trippity-Dippity went through a lot of activity today and now needs to rest to let his muscles recover. When Trippity-Dippity broke down his muscles, a myosin heavy chain is initiated, leading to the release of insulin growth factor. This growth factor promotes translation and the addition of new proteins to build his big muscles. Trippity-Dippity underwent a bunch of muscle contractions. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, so how it works is sodium ions is released into the muscle cell.
Interesting.
And which triggers the receptor on the muscle cell and open the sodium ion channel to letting more and more sodium ions, and increased concentration of sodium ions will open the calcium ions storage, which releases the calcium ions into the sarcoplasm, which is the cytoplasm of the muscle cells, and the calcium ions will then bind to the protein complex troponin, which is a receptor, and it will trigger the synchronized muscle contraction for the muscle cell.
Very good. And now it's time for a commercial break. What's that?
This is the purest creatine on the market. You know what creatine does for you? It saturates your muscles. It gives you some energy. So when you're using energy, you're using ATP. You know how that works? It's ripping a phosphate out of there, breaking that bond, giving you energy. And the enzyme creatine kinase, you know what it does for you? Gives you more energy. You know how? It takes that phosphate group, slaps it back on that ADP, and you get ATP. You want to see what it does for my client? My client, he ran out of here, but show the picture of him before creatine, and show the picture of him after creatine. You see that difference? You want that difference by creatine.
Creatine from Coles, Creatine Cabana. Call 1-800-COLES, Creatine Cabana for 18 easy payments of $238 with your 30-day money-back guarantee. The recommended intake is 5 milliliters a day with 60 milliliters of water and an additional 34 milliliters.
All right, welcome back to some rapid fire facts. Your body has over 600 muscles.
Your gluteus maximus is your largest muscle.
The majority of your body heat is produced by the contraction by the muscles.
Your heart is the hardest working muscle.
Your jaw is the strongest muscle by size, being able to exert over 200 pounds of force.
Thank you.
Your muscle can only pull, not push.
Trippity-Dippity clearly can't move like he used to, and also his muscles have gotten a lot smaller. Here's scientist Daniel to explain how that works.
So yeah, clearly he's going through the symptoms of sarcopenia, which is the loss of muscle over the aging and the immobility. See, he's shaking and crying right now because he's gotten very old and he's not using his muscle for a long time. So, sarcopenia.
Thanks for watching our observation of the great Trippity-Dippity. Have a great day.